What up, man? It's your boy Bodine, and I'm building with ULSTN Media.
I'm still that lame off. Yeah, now real ghosts don't choke, 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 real ghosts don't choke. I'm not the one to provoke.
We got artist, educator, entrepreneur, the GOAT.
We got the Boosie of ULSTN.
Bodine in the house, man. How you feeling, bro?
I feel great. I feel like a champion.
You participated and competed in the St. Louis Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
And I think you won. You know what I mean?
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I think it was pretty convincing.
Yeah, man. Like what type of reception have you gotten since the event?
I've been getting nothing but positive feedback, not just on my performance, but just the whole event in general. Everybody said it was very professional. We handled ourselves well. A lot of people were expecting us to fight, just based off like the diss records and stuff that was going on social media. But everybody was, surprised that it went so well. I knew it was gonna go well. Like, we're not gonna mess up the money. It's just entertainment at the end of the day. And sometimes with competition, it can get real heated. But cooler heads prevailed, and we stuck to the game plan. We was gonna make it a memorable night, put on a great show, and make money. And that's what we did.
Yeah, and for those who are watching and listening, Bodine participated in a rap battle against another indie artist by the name of A Game. It was epic. It was very unique and one of its kind. It was almost like Drake, Kendrick, Dipset, Locks versus all wrapped up in one,
That's a good way to put it, though. Like, it was like that with the diss records and with the performances, too. You know what I'm saying? We incorporated all those elements. And throughout this whole time, I was listening to Drake and Kendrick diss records and the Locks and Dipset, verses. Like, those were the main two things that I was going back and playing, like, consistently.
I think one of the great parts about you and A Game coming together is both of you are independent artists who are from the city of St. Louis, who were able to collaborate, and work together and make money, on your art. Yeah. I think that was a very powerful thing. You guys basically had the attention of the whole St. Louis music scene, and you were two independent artists. I think that was huge, and so hats off to both of y'all for that, man.
Yeah, shout out to A Game too, for us coming together and making this happen. Because there is like a divide in the city. So us doing this show, that we don't gotta necessarily like be best of friends or rock with each other, but if we see an opportunity to do something for the city and make some money, we can make money together. You know what I'm saying? And still respectively, feel that we're more superior than the other, and once this is over, we can go about our separate ways. But it's a good way to show other people that they can do this too. Like, I don't gotta necessarily like this particular individual, but if it's an opportunity where we can make some money together, let's do it. That's what Atlanta does. Like, all those collaborations that they used to do back in the day, they didn't necessarily like each other, but they understood business. At the end of the day, this is a business. You know what I mean? And, we just business-minded individuals, and we made that happen.
And also with the business, you you all's battle in particular was based on lyricism and art.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of people talk about how the city of St. Louis is represented when it comes to music. And I feel like you guys, the both of you all, represented St. Louis and its rap music scene very, very, very well. I mean, people were listening to the lyrics. They were listening to the music. And that's what it's about, man.
Facts.
You know?
We had I don't know about A Game, but I had a great time doing this from the beginning, like from the cypher to the event. Because this is what this is what we was waiting on with Kendrick and Drake. You know, we was on the edge of our seats every time they dropped like a diss record and stuff like that. We just did that in our own way for the city. A Game would drop a random diss record at 8 p.m. and I'll follow back up at 8:05. You know what I mean? Or I'll drop one in the morning and he'll come back the next day. But it kept people talking. You know what I'm saying? It kept a lot of attention on us, and it just kept the city buzzing. A lot of people had reached out during, us doing this and afterwards and just said that they was inspired. That's like, man, I'm inspired to pick up the pen again and work on some new music, just based on what we was doing. This is high level, lyricism from like both ends.
Yeah,
you know what
I mean, it was something that I think as a city and the music scene that we all can be proud of, because you all are truly, both of you guys are truly talented. Both of y'all could really, rap, you know what I mean? And y'all just represent it in a very, very great way for our culture, Black culture, hip hop culture, and just all of that, man. And it was great to see. One of the things that I did want to kind of get into is just like how it all happened. You know what I mean? So, like, how did, before the cypher, because that's, to my understanding, the genesis of the whole thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? What was your feelings towards A Game before the cypher?
I mean, my feelings towards A Game has always been, I always had respect for him. Before the cypher, I had went to an event that he had at his shoe store. You know what I mean? So, I don't have no issues with nobody. So I always try to come out and support people and what they got going on. So to me, our relationship was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, that ain't my best friend, or I hit him up and be like, "What we doing? What's popping this weekend?" But he's an MC. That I respect far as a rapper and like the grind. So to my belief, we was cool. You know what I'm saying? Far as cordial and everything. You know, it wasn't no bad blood between us. So I would come to events. He dropped a project, I purchased it, stuff like that, So it wasn't no, bad blood on my end.
I feel like, A Game is definitely welcome back on the platform. I definitely want to, if whenever he's ready to do an interview, I'm ready to do it. You know what I mean? But I feel like it may have started a little bit when you made a comment when he was battling Chills, and you said you kind of like Chills diss, and I think y'all kind of had a little exchange.
Well, I mean, when I posted that, he had called me and said, "Man, what? Man, I'm killing this dude." I'm like, "Hey, my personal opinion, I think that first round is a toss-up." You know what I mean? The Chills dude was spitting some shit, man. Like he was getting at him.
I like Chills diss.
I like Chills diss. That first round is debatable. I still, what I'm saying, stand on that. So, but no, we was cool. Wasn't no beef on that. He did hit me up about it though. I was like, nah, man. I think Chills might have edged that one, bro.
And then when y'all was exchanging the diss records, he mentioned in his diss record that he caught you mentioning his name in the St. Paul song, especially St. Paul.
Yeah, but that I even told him like that wasn't a diss though. That was more like a nod. I was like, A-Game dropped nukes, but I drop plagues. I want rappers to suffer before they pronounce dead. You know what I mean?
I don't think he took it that
way.
way.
He didn't. He didn't take it that way. But I told him, I was like, bro, that wasn't no diss. Like, you'll know if I'm dissing you. That was just more like a, you know what I'm saying, like a nod. But, I mean, you know, hey, you want to step in them waters? Jump, swim.
So how we get to the cypher? How did that happen?
So Boom and Visuals had reached out to me and asked if I wanted to be in a cypher. Before he even finished, I was like, yeah, man, just yes. Just let me know the details or whatever. We'll go from there. So he hit me up again and was letting me know who was all in the cypher and everything. I was like, all right, cool. I left it at that. I wrote a verse. You know, and I was just getting prepared to, you know, I was just getting prepared for the event. And then, like, the closer the event got, like, cats just started talking, like, extra spicy. A-Game in particular, he was just talking extra spicy. I'm finna claim dominance. I'm finna wash all these cats, man. Y'all ain't never had a better verse than me. Performance, woo-wop the wham. I'm like, all right, I see what's going on here. So Dub, I was talking to Dub about it. He said, man, have another verse ready because they about to pull something slick. Like, you know, he may try to diss you in your, you know, during his, like, verse. So I was like, I bet. So I had, another verse.
And the cypher was just supposed to be like a regular cypher highlighting some dope MCs from St. Louis, but he talking all type of stuff prior to the actual cypher, how he gonna wash y'all.
Yeah.
So
wash me especially, like wash me. You know what I'm saying? And then Boomin was kind of bigging it up too. He said, hey man, you know, cats saying they gonna come with it, you know, they gonna do this and that. So Boomin, I'm making it no better. So I was like, all right, bet. So I just had like another verse, you know, ready. And I just read the room when I went in there. When I stepped in there and I was just, you know, feeling everybody's vibes, I was like, yeah, I'm finna use, you know what I'm saying, that second one.
Okay.
Cause I don't know, cats was just looking like they had something for me.
Yeah.
Just how they was just walking around and, you know, it was just a lot of tension. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that one.
I was there that night. I missed the battle, man, but even after you guys finished rapping, it still felt a little tension like in the air. You know what I mean? I didn't know what it was at the time. I know you said you spit your verse and you killed it, but you know I hadn't seen any of the footage or anything. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You seen Baby Boy when Sweet Pea went down the line and like DP'd all the young homies? That's what I had to do, man. I just went down the line and just bam, 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 bam. So got on all of them. That's what happened, man. Yeah, it was fun though, bro. I had a lot of fun, man.
I mean, you've been having fun this whole time.
The whole time, bro. I haven't been upset, mad, nothing the whole time. Like this is fun to me. You know what I mean? Like, so like if A-Game been mad, it just make it even funnier because, like, you know, while you up mad and stuff, I'm sleep, chilling. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoying like the show.
Oh,
like
man.
even during the event, like, you know, it was like a little tension. But I'm just walking around, you know what I'm saying, chilling, greeting everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is rap, man. Like this is not that serious. We do not have to take it elsewhere.
So when you did do the cypher though, a lot of your bars were definitely directed straight to A-Game, and that was like your primary target.
All the haymakers was directed towards him. Yep. All the haymakers was directed towards him.
Okay.
And I'm glad I did that, because his entire verse, for the most part, 98% 6% of his verse was directed towards me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm glad that I did that. But the fact that we both was on that type of time, it created something bigger.
Right. So after y'all do the cypher, it comes out going crazy. Everybody talking about it. Everybody talking about your verse in particular. You know, how you just went off, you know, going crazy like you did. How did y'all get to the point where, okay, like, we gonna have to battle?
So after the cypher drop, he had made another post saying like, this the most fame or attention you'll ever receive, thanks to me. Y'all some has-beens, blah, blah, blah. And so I think Dub petitioned to like battle. He said like he was trying to set up a battle with Street Status, but for artists though, like not battle rappers, but artists, that cats that make music.
Yeah.
So that was the event that he was trying to put together. And he was like, shoot, if A Game down for it, you want to do it? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And so he had tagged me and A Game in like, you know what I'm saying, that post. Then like a day later, A Game had inboxed me and said, yeah, we can battle, but like not that type of battle though. He said, but I'll fill you in on details, you know, soon. So we made a call, we talked about it. He wasn't trying to do like a regular battle. He said that he like didn't feel that would get the best results of what we can display,
like,
you know, as like artists,
like the Street Status style.
Yeah, he was like,
style.
We not battle rappers, but it's just the fact that we're doing it. You know what I mean? I thought it'd still be a dope event. Battle rap is very popular here. You know, and you know that's rap in its purest form. And he's done it before. He did it against Tef, you know what I'm saying, years ago. I did it, you know what I'm saying, in the Young OGs cypher and everything. So, you know, I thought he was just running, you know what I'm saying, from that particular type of battle. But me, I was like, we can do whatever type of battle you want. I'm still going to beat you. You know what I mean? So then we put together, you know, this event. And we just started, he had kind of gave me like the format of what he was trying to do. And then we just started putting more ideas, you know what I'm saying, together about the cypher, the beat battle, you know, the DJ battle and things of that nature.
So you was basically, so after the cypher, he make the post, you like, people like, well, y'all need to battle. He's saying he want to go at it with you, but on different type of terms. And you like, whatever you want to do, we could do it.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened.
So with that, like, nobody was expecting us to battle. Dub had made a post about it. Like, you know, Bo, Dean, and A Game would be the main event and stuff like that. But me and A Game was speaking, like, you know, in messages about, you know, how we're going to, you know, lay out the whole format of everything. That's all. And then, you know, once we put it out there that this event was going on, then more people was asking, like, what type of battle is it? Like, is it like a, you know what I'm saying, like a Street Status battle, or what y'all doing? And, you know, when I was telling people it was songs, a lot of people got turned off by it initially. But, you know, I'm actually glad that it was songs. It was different.
Me too.
You know what I mean? And it's just so many ways you can go about it with that. We'll talk more about, I'm pretty sure that's like another question that you got.
For sure.
But yeah, like, I'm actually glad that it, you know what I'm saying, was songs for the event though.
Yeah, me too. Me too. So when did the diss record start, like, after y'all already locked in the date and all of that?
Yeah, he had already had like a date for the venue and everything. Is once we just agreed that it was the most important things were set in motion, then we was like, all right, Monday it's gonna start. Well, that's what he was like, Monday. That's when the mayhem begins.
Did you feel some type of way? Because like I remember when the first diss record dropped, you had some of your peoples was like missing or something like that. Some stuff was going on with you, and I know the diss records start flying.
Kind of, sort of. I was like, hey, bro, like you ain't see that shirt something the day prior that my, peoples is missing. Mm-hmm. But I already had one in the tuck though. You know what I'm saying? Just ready to go. Mm-hmm. So when he did drop, I followed suit. But I definitely addressed that though in like the next one. Like, come on, man, like I'm going through something right now.
What did you think of his diss records that he was releasing?
I like some of them. I just expected more. Lyrically, I like the ones that he played at the show. The ones that he was playing on IG and everything. After a while, I kind of just tuned out because I just wasn't impressed, man. Like, as far as I might just being honest, like after a while, I just stopped listening. People would tell me like, "Oh, okay, he dissed you again." Yeah. It was all right. I said, "Oh, all right," because I know my people not gonna lie. Like they say, "Yeah, that one was hard." Yeah, when like you or JD be like, "Yeah, that one was," what I'm saying, decent. Or he said some stuff on that. I'll go check that out. But other than that, though, man, like after listening to him, I was like, "Bro, like you're not even really saying nothing that's like competing with like what I'm saying." Yeah. So, but I still kept it going and everything. Yeah. I thought me personally, like he was being strategic and kind of just dropping like little, stuff here and there and saving his best rounds for the event. So I'm not sure if that's what he was doing, but that's how I took it. So like a lot of stuff that he was putting out, I wasn't really.
So you basically saying a lot of his records was just like light work to you. It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't impressive at all.
Nah, like, cause you gotta think, man, like, compared to what he was saying to my stuff, I had storytelling. Like I'm just giving them all different type of elements from like each diss track, and he just doing like little 16s or like just he'll say like a clever line like here and there, but compared to what I was like, bombing on him, it didn't compare. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion on the matter.
How did you come up with the choker?
Oh, I came up with the story of the choker, bruh. So, A-Game was talking all this stuff leading up to the cypher. Hey, man, when them lights is on, we gonna see who really bout that, boo bop the wham.
Talking real heavy.
Talking reckless. Everybody did good on the cypher, like one take. One take Bowl, one take Ron, one take Tank, one take MC Trace. He get up there, choked on the second bar. You should have seen the room, bro. Like everybody, like all the rappers and hip hop heads, they was kind of looking like. Shh. Then okay, it's like, all right, let him do it again. He did it again. Everybody was like just looking like, if like you see my face in the background, I was like.
The crazy part is like you was saying it, after the event or whatever, like he choked twice, and you know how artists say stuff, but then the footage came.
Got the footage, man. Got that footage, bitch.
And it just made it hit even that much.
I had to show the footage because for one, he was just doing so much talking. Like that's the only reason why I made a big deal out of it. Like if he wasn't talking crazy, like nobody would have ever knew that he choked because I wouldn't have said nothing. Okay, you choke, keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But he just did so much talking leading up to the event. I was like, I gotta just smush this in his face. I'm gonna always smush it in his face, like, bro, like, cause he was just talking so heavy. So I had to make sure that, you know, people seen that. And then when me and his homeboys was going back and forth online, I was like, so did your man's choke or not? And they wouldn't say that. You got some like loyal homeboys, man. Your homeboys is A1. You need to get him a raise or whatever, because they was holding you down. They didn't say nothing. They just changed the subject. You know what I mean? So like we got, you know, the footage, and I had to put that out there, especially since, you know, we agreed to do like the, you know, the whole beef, the back and forth. Yeah. So like once I got that footage, bro, it was like, oh, I'm definitely putting that out there. You know?
Man. The choke with the illustration.
Shout out to my illustrator, man. Shout out to my illustrator.
The Joker laughs. That was classic, man.
Once again, like, just I'm having fun. You know what I mean? Like,
we was all like having fun too, man.
The whole angle, like, that was like the main angle. Like, man, you choke. We gonna call you the choker. That's what the Ghosts Don't Choke. You know what I'm saying? Song came on because like I knew that was going, like that's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? That's just something to like troll them on.
You definitely kept us entertained, man. And there's another part that happened during the battle in which after you dropped the choker, he followed up with the Bo No, and he had Shorty Low Jr. in the video dissing you with Shorty Low Jr. in there. Yeah. You know, which, you know, the angle is kind of clever, you know, taking Shorty Low's song, flipping it, you know, having his son in there for extra, clout. You know what I'm saying? Clout. But after he dropped the video, streets got to talking. And Shorty Low Jr. got a past of conviction and of incest and being a registered, you know, PDF, you know. Not gonna say the words. I don't want to get flagged for anything, you know.
Understood.
But PDF, you know, was on his tag, and you later mentioned that in your track. You got kind of some people actually took offense to you even bringing it up, and to that you say what?
It's gonna stay up. It's not getting put down. You need to make sure your homeboy take down that Bo Nose video. That's who y'all need to be talking to. Yeah, when he first, so, you know, like I was saying earlier, like, if he drops something that's hot, cats will let me know. So that's one of the records where you was like, hey, that's, you know, he came with it on like this one, and my brother, like, yeah, this one was, you know what I'm saying?
Full disclosure to all of my listeners and people that follow ULSTN Media, Bodine is my actual friend. So I know a lot of this stuff, but I'm putting all of the members and the fans up on game too. So
hey, and just for like another disclosure, like although he's my homeboy, like he's you know, he's neutral ground. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's no, you know, biasness to, you know, what we talking about. Yeah. Like,
so I definitely let Bo know that I heard the Bo No song.
Yeah. Like he would let me know if like it's something dope. He would be like, yeah, okay. He like got off on this one. If I had something that I, you know, previewed to him or whoever, and it wasn't hot, he'd be like, nah, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Need to, you know, go back and, you know, do this and that. But back to that though, like once I listened to it and everything, I didn't even know who dude was. Like dude was just in the background. I was like, who this dude in the background? Cause he didn't look like he want to be there. He was just like this, like, you know. It just to me, it just looked like he got paid to be there. Like, all right, let me, you know what I'm saying, get my, you know, check and be out. Yeah. So I didn't know who dude was. I was like, oh, okay, I don't know who Buddy is, but whatever. Then like a couple days later, a homeboy, pointed out who he was. And showed me some stuff, you know what I'm saying, to verify it, but I still did my research.
Yeah.
Because that's a pretty big thing that you put on somebody.
Very serious.
And I wanted to make sure that, okay, like, if I'm going to mention this in a rap or just mention it in general, he really had to do that. Otherwise, I ain't going to touch that. So I did a lot of research just to verify that was, a thing. And even then, when I talked about it, I lightly touched on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Homie already probably going through a lot with that. But I am going to point it out because, for one, you was in the video dissing me, so that's pretty much saying F you. You know what I mean? I'm sliding with him.
Yeah.
And I talked about it because that's just to, let him know, bro, you got to do a background check on who you hanging with.
Yeah.
I don't think A-Game is that type of guy. He seemed like a dude with some type of morals.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll just be willingly doing, videos with, that type of person.
Yeah, person.
But it's still my job as the opponent to point it out, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't know, but I did.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I did like a lot of research and made sure that was legit before I even said something about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the last thing I want to do is say something is not, true, or he got, a pass because, the girl was lying or whatever. You know what I mean? You just never know. So I found out about it, you know what I'm saying, when, a couple of days after he dropped it, but I ain't touch on it till like 2 weeks afterwards because I was really doing my homework on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But once I, found out it was legit, I talked about it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I think you did a good job touching on it, but not really going in on him. And I think to what your point is, like, if he wasn't dissing you in the actual video, which when y'all was exchanging the songs, that's kind of one of his best songs, the Bo No Diss. And I mean, you even, checked him on that with, yo, man, you got homie that's a, PDF, in your joint, man. You gotta, that's not a good look. That's not a good look, man. So
I was just ahead of him like every step of the way, bro. Like from the beginning to the cipher to the end. Like I was just 1 or 2 steps ahead of him. You know what I mean? Like he thought with the cipher he was gonna get that off, not knowing that I was already prepared, you know what I'm saying, for him and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? The exchanges, throughout, leading up to the event, like with those, I was locked and loaded just like he was, but mine were like a little more in depth, and I had original music, you know what I'm saying? And then, I had the video of him choking, you know what I mean? I had the video of him, exposing him with old boy, you know what I mean? And, then
I will say, like, along with, your diss records, you had, like, footage of evidence of, incidents that didn't really go his way. You showed the incident where D-Mac pushing him across the screen. You had the choker. You had the choker video. I mean, you got the evidence. I mean, anybody can Google it, and it'll just pop up of, Shorty Low Jr.'s situation. You know what I mean? So, like, you hitting them, even though it's bars, you hitting them with facts as well. And if we keep in score, that hurt a little more when it's actually true. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And like I wanted to, although I was, hitting them with those, I was still keeping it, somewhat friendly, but just reminding him like, hey, like,
That's
these,
not you.
These
Not
things.
you not fooling me, bro. You not fooling me.
I ain't fucking. I had to take his head off. I had to let him know, man. Don't disrespect Pops, man. Don't disrespect Pops.
But so we getting to the actual event, and something happens like a week before the event. You actually catch the flu.
Oh yeah.
So how was that, man?
Terrible. Cause I thought and this leading up to it, I was like the whole time, like, I pray I don't get sick. I was praying leading up to the event because I get sick during this time because, kids, I'm a principal and all that. I'm around kids all day, germs, they coughing on my face and all that. I'm like, man, I pray I don't get sick.
Yeah.
I get sick, and then I caught one of those new variants of the flu where it feel like the flu and COVID and all that. So even when I was healed, it took a long time to recover. I'm still recovering now when the event was like a week or two ago.
Wow.
I still feel like the after effects of that flu. So the day of the event, I don't think nobody really noticed it, but like my performance set, I was short-winded. It was hard for me to really catch my breath.
You were short-winded?
Yeah, no one could tell. I was fighting through it. You know what I mean? But I was short-winded that entire 20-minute set.
Hold on, that is crazy, man, because you didn't play your songs with the words, playing in the background. You was rapping all of your lyrics. And you had like a 20-minute set?
20 minutes.
Bro, that's crazy that you could perform like that under those conditions, man.
Hey, man, Jordan.
That's
Jordan, bro. But yeah, man, I was short-winded that entire time. So I, like a couple days prior, I was just trying to figure out how to make the best of my set while still, getting over the cold. But yeah, man, I was going through it. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole time on stage from the beginning of the first record, like after my first 4 bars, that's when I started feeling it like, dang. You know what I'm saying? My breath is, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody could tell, man.
Yeah, everybody said that they couldn't tell, so that's a plus.
Oh man. You got even more points off that, man, because I didn't even know because I knew you had got sick, and I was like, man, how you gonna be able to rehearse what you feeling? Like, man, I'm just trying to thug it, get through it, you know what I mean? But
get out,
having
bro.
the same effects that night, crazy, man. So like, y'all start the battle. You do your thing in the battle, man. What did you think of A-Game songs that he played and just his overall performance for the battle?
Okay, so it's kind of like it's like a toss-up. Not gonna lie, I was disappointed because it was no originality. I think those were the best songs lyrically, though, that he had throughout the whole battle. Because I was sitting and listening. I was like, okay, like, dude actually, like, getting off. But the fact that they weren't original, I had to deduct a lot of points from it. Because, like, okay, you was doing the jack beats leading up to this. But now we here at the Super Bowl, and I'm expecting you to, like, have some all original material. That's what I thought we were supposed to do. Like, we didn't necessarily, like, agree on that.
Yeah.
But just a rapper and the professionalism and, we got this big crowd. I'm thinking you're going to have some brand new music, you know what I'm saying, to drop on me. But he, like, once I heard the first record and it was like a jack beat, I was kind of more at ease. Like, oh, okay, this finna be a, you know what I'm saying, the easy street.
Yeah, it was definitely like, I think it caught the whole crowd off guard because for those who may not be familiar with the format that they had. They actually were battling with songs.
Yeah.
So Bo and A Game were to battle with brand new songs that nobody has heard, that day, which, to give both of them even more credit, that is very, very difficult to do. Because they both performed that day, 20-minute sets, and they had to perform brand new music that nobody's heard and be able to.
And we've been dropping disc records for like a month.
And so all of this is very, very difficult to do. You know what I mean? But they did it. So hats off to both of them just for being able to do that. But to Bo's credit, all of your songs were original beats, originally produced by real St. Louis producers, you know what I mean? And it sounded great, and a lot. And after the first song he did, I was a little taken back. I feel like the reaction of the audience was a little taken back because they wasn't expecting to hear, they were expecting to hear original beat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And not something that they heard before. And then the second round came and it was the same way. And then the third round, I just
I was like,
yeah.
And like don't get me wrong, dude was rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like on the beats, like he was saying some shit, but it was like, bro, like you had all this time to create original, you know what I'm saying, material.
It was hard to tell because of his beat selection, especially playing the Jay-Z Take Over beat when that was the beat that Jay-Z used in a battle against Nas, which he lost. I don't understand why he chose a losing beat. I don't know.
I had Jay-Z beating Nas, but
but I told you no, use that.
So I actually had a takeover record that I was gonna use that night. But I played it for, Brittae and others, and they was like, nah, just stick with the originals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was disrespectful too. They was like, nah, man, we not going that disrespectful.
Yeah.
So we just, scrapped that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought dude was gonna, have more originality. I thought they would have made the battle, in my opinion, more debatable. Cause when he was rapping off the Peekaboo joint, at first I didn't know that was a Kendrick, beat. I was like, damn, all right, so this is an original. And he was flowing on that mud too. I was like, okay, now he coming with it.
Yeah.
Then somebody pointed out that's the Peekaboo beat. I'm like, oh. Then it switched to another, it switched to the Takeover or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I just felt that kind of hurt, the battle from a hip hop, like a regular, just a person listening, not tripping off that, but from a rapper or a hip hop media or hip hop head's perspective, cat's gonna be like, dang man, where's the originality?
Yeah, I think for you, I can definitely see where you felt disappointed because you wanted, you just had a high bar that you were on. And what you did as far as your showmanship was top tier, man. I mean, you came out with the first round, remixing the NFL beat. That was crazy.
Right, shout out to C Major.
Crazy beat. The second round, you actually end up passing T-shirts out to the crowd, man.
Ghost Don't Choke, limited edition T-shirts.
The Ghost Don't Choke, playing on the whole choker thing that you had throughout the whole battle.
Shout out to Crisis.
Was crazy. And then the third round with, 3 different beat switches. Shout
out to Malcolm Martin.
Which was crazy because I wasn't sure if the punchlines were actually hit, but all of the punchlines was hidden in the battle. I mean, the room was shaking. You know what I mean?
I was shocked that one. I think that one got the most reaction far as like the rapping goes.
Yeah, it did.
You know what I mean? Just saying like, and you know, people made a big deal about us talking about the PDF joint, but when I said it in that record, like the crowd just went. They was like, "Oh!" Like it was wild, man. Shit was crazy.
I mean, it was a masterclass of a performance, man. I was thoroughly impressed because I mean, I knew some things, but you didn't even tell me some things. So some things was my first reaction to seeing, and I was thoroughly impressed. I thought it was such a great performance that the whole city would be proud of. You know what I mean? Because it was just a master class of showmanship and knowing how to work the crowd. I mean, to be able to get that type of reaction off a first listen of a song, you know what I mean? Like it's very, very impressive, man.
Yeah, man. The fact that like, you know, people were just as excited to hear it, you know what I'm saying, when I displayed it to them and everything was it like just made me more energetic throughout the battle. You know what I mean? Like when I seen the people like get turned up and everything, and they faces and they heads nodding, that just made me more like, you know, confident.
And then after you do all of this destruction on this particular day, man, you drop an EP and a disc video.
Hey, man, when you look, you got to crush your enemy completely. Got to crush him completely. I had that EP set for midnight, weeks in advance. I'm like, yeah, this more dropping as soon as this battle was over. I had the video ready to go. It's like the video dropping that day. And then just to add insult to injury, like we had the Ghost Don't Choke shirt.
Classic video. Two great comedians in the video, man. St. Louis comedians were extremely funny. A+ MC foes. That was absolutely hilarious, man. Film legends. It's a classic diss video to a classic diss song, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Classic diss EP. I never heard of somebody dropping a diss EP. That's great. And it's fire too. You know what I mean?
You can check out Bodine Game Over EP on all digital streaming platforms. It's dedicated to my son, Anthony Ellis Dean Jr.
You gonna rename him Dean?
Yeah, man. So don't ever say like I never, you know what I'm saying, did nothing for you. This is dedicated to you. When I'm long and gone and you miss me, you can go back and play this, you know what I'm saying? EP is dedicated to you, bro. I don't dedicate albums to people. I dedicated that to my son, man.
Oh,
you know what
my
I mean? So,
goodness, man. So
Black fathers, man. Black fathers.
You an abusive father, man.
Look what Joe did to Mike, though. Mike got better, you know what I'm saying? Because he put belt to ass, man. That's what I had to do to my son, bro.
Crazy, man. Crazy. So what do you think about some of the parallels or similarities that people have made to, you know, you and A-Game and, you know, Drake and Kendrick? Like, what do you think of those similarities?
I think that's dope that people compared us to, you know, those heavyweights. Mm-hmm. I always say that we can compete with the industry. We just need that shot. I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, I think a lot of people had A-Game as the Drake because of his style of music, and me as a Kendrick, you know what I'm saying, based on my style of music as well. And I think that we, for the most part, you know, we like lived up to that. I did want to see A-Game be more original, you know what I'm saying, towards the end. Like, during the main battle. I think that would have helped him more, made it more of a debatable. You know, if he stuck to, he like tried to do a me. He was trying to do a me on me. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do a me on me because I can do that and put it together in a song too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And really what I did for the battle, I just incorporated elements from the Drake and Kendrick thing. Meet the Grams. Stan was my Meet the Grams. Well, I'm just talking to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I did the 616 in LA joint.
Yeah.
That's my favorite Kendrick, you know,
It was fire.
thing out there mug.
Yeah.
The Family Matters. The Game Over was my Family Matters with the beat switches and everything. You know what I mean? Even had like a catchy hook, you know what I'm saying, throughout it. And then the other ones was just like rapping, just giving them straight bars. But I wanted to make sure that I had some with concepts and all that. The Prime Time, that's just a bop. But you know, if you know what's going on, you know that I'm talking about him, but I'm doing it in a way where it can just
Prime Time need to go on Madden. They need to go on Madden.
Hell yeah,
bro. They need to go on Madden. I'm putting that out there.
And then Ghost Don't Choke, that was like the Not Like Us, you know what I'm saying, record. So I like took their format, you know what I'm saying, and just made it into my own, you know, when I was strategizing for this, you know, battle. But the fact that, you know, A-Game just kept coming. He like the Terminator, like the T-1000, man. I was like, okay, I keep killing him. He just keep getting up, man. He just keep getting up and just keep moving forward, you know? So I do give him props for that, though. Like, he like kept putting out music and kept responding and everything like that. A lot of people wouldn't do this because a lot of cats would be afraid to do this, you know what I mean? So the fact that he was willing to do it and I was willing to do it, like, that speaks volumes right there. You know, cats not really trying to just diss each other. And it shows how invested everybody was because people didn't get tired of us going back and forth.
Nah.
Like, people was waiting on us to drop music and everything. So that also speaks volumes about our caliber, you know what I'm saying, as artists, and how much people rock with us as well. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, people didn't get tired and didn't want to hear no more, you know what I'm saying, stuff. Yeah. So, you know, kudos.
I mean, a couple more, and you know, we'll be done, man. I wanted to go over some of the parallels or similarities that I caught from the Kendrick and Drake was that common. It was like you and A-Game were the indie version of, you know what I mean? Yeah. We had the conscious rapper versus this more so commercial type of rapper. The Game Over thing, as we saw in Kendrick's performance, it ended with Game Over. Your EP is named Game Over. The PDF associations, of course, from Not Like Us, and yours from the Game Over track that you put out. Both Kendrick and Drake are on the same record label. You and A-Game are from the same city. Kendrick is associated with the Pyrus, you and Dub, the whole Crip thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm associated with the Nukes. I'm associated with the Kappas. That's what I'm associated.
Yeah. But it's
shout out to Dub.
But I'm just saying it's not for all. You said to A-Game, you got the right one, but the wrong one. Kendrick said to Drake, you picked the right time, but the wrong guy. I mean,
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, man. You know, he had Kendrick had a little frat stepping in the Super Bowl performance. You are a Kappa. Kendrick had the Great American Games. Of course, you had the Fro America talking about blacks in America. His whole performance was about black in America. You know what I mean? Squabble up, get down. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the not like us, I mean, you had that theme of A Game, you know, it's always you versus us, you versus St. Louis. You act like you're not really with St. Louis. You act like you better than us or something. You know what I mean? You don't want to be with us. So all of that stuff were similarities that I caught in both of you guys, in both battles. You know what I mean? Was just very interesting to me, you know? So I just kind of
some good parallels, man.
Yeah, man, they were striking.
It's,
they were even, and this is my last one. Even with A Game, he lost to the battle to Tefpo. At least that's what it looked like. We know Drake lost to Pusha T.
Mm-hmm.
I think A Game beat Chills. You know what I mean? Which Drake, he beat
Meek Mills.
Meek Mills. And, you know, when it came to Kendrick, we all know what happened with that. And A Game faced you. You know what I'm saying? And we all know what happened with that. And both the last two battles were very... Like, for Kendrick, he really dominated Drake, and I think you really dominated A Game in this battle. It's crazy similarities, man.
Yeah, like now, like you like saying them, like they do make sense.
Yeah.
Like far as those similarities go.
Yeah.
It's hopefully for him, it's a learning lesson. You know, like he can learn a lot from this exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And just just get better. You know what I mean? Just overall. And like if we ever do I'm pretty sure this Super Bowl thing is gonna be like an annual thing. Mm-hmm. Maybe not me versus him, you know, song for song, but like Team Bo versus Team A Game. Something like that. So like
that would be dope.
We'll figure out, you know, what things could have been better, you know, next go round and just make it better.
Yeah, man. I will say, man, I think both of you are dope artists. I think that's what made this whole thing dope.
Yeah.
From the very beginning to the cypher, I will say it was so hip-hop, everything. That shoe store, by the way, Sanction, shoe store, man.
Hustle City.
Is a Hustle City, man, is to me, the best shoe store in St. Louis, man.
For sure.
They have such a great store there with a lot of independent brands, you know, St. Louis brands there. So if you're in St. Louis, definitely go down to Hustle City. I think that A Game and his team, they did an excellent job with promotion and getting a lot of people out there, you as well.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And you guys really laid a blueprint of what independent artists can do in this city. Like, you guys can take over a city, y'all can take over a scene without all of the major, you know, funding. I mean, that helps, but you guys proved that you can do it. I've seen you guys pack out a whole venue, something that signed artists. I've seen signed artists in the city of St. Louis have events and cannot pack out a smaller venue. You know what I mean? So I just hats off to the both of y'all, man. And I thought it was the whole thing was great.
Thank
great
you,
look
bro.
for the city, man.
And we did that with our own money. You know, like we put our own money together. Everything on my end came out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, everything on his end, he came out of his pocket. You know, so it just showed that if we just come together, we put our minds and money together, we can make some, you know what I'm saying, pop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And hopefully more people do that. It don't gotta be like a event like that, but it's collaborate and put your minds and money together and make some shape. We don't need, you know, these big establishments to do something like that. You know, we can do this on our own. You know, of course, having like a big machine and things, it exposes to more people and everything. But us working together, we can get a lot done doing that.
That's the key.
You know what I mean?
That's the key.
So, you know, shout out to my squad, AMG, Audacity Music Group, you know, for being there, being supportive. Shout out to A Game, Hustle City. You know what I'm saying? They got a pretty, you know, nice movement and they work together well. Salute. You know, we had a successful event and, you know, many more to come for everybody.
Man, appreciate you stopping in, man, again.
Hey,
always good.
Hey, man, you know, when the champ, you know,
Yeah.
when the champ
When the
doing
goat
his press
comes through,
run,
man.
you know what I'm saying? Ghost Don't Choke, Ghost Don't Choke merch is out, man. Limited edition. Get at me, you know, while they still, you know what I'm saying,
Definitely.
here. Game Over EP is out. The Ghost Don't Choke video is out, man. You might see me, you know, walking around with the goats, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shout out to St. Louis, shout out to ULSTN, shout out to everybody that's been supporting. Make sure like you follow my music, you know, follow A Game music, Dub, MC Trades, everybody that performed that night, the ciphers, producers, all that. Salute to everybody that was involved, man.
All right, man. We out, man. Appreciate you.
Peace.